Flight boss, bitch, you know, for sure. You're now listening to the Mind Eminent Terry's Moon. I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now, we're going to talk about Taurus, sun sign. Now, as far as Taurus sun sign, the sun is in a sextile to you. So what happens here is, anytime there's a sextile, it creates opportunities. So all Tauruses, based upon your actions, the way you act, and how you see things, you're going to experience opportunities. Now, whether there are bad or good opportunities, it's up to you. Depending on where you keep your mind on, and depending on where you keep your mind at, and depending on where you always and who you hang around, people, places, and things. You see what I'm saying? Now, for the most part, I gotta charge this goddamn phone. Now, for the most part, opportunities. You're gonna witness a lot of opportunities to be there for other people's emotional stance on things, to be there for how other people feel about things. And your opportunity, the opportunity you're gonna see to help these people out, is either through a material thing, or either being there emotionally there for others, or having some type of concern for another person's situation, and you're that practical crutch, or you're that shoulder to lean on. And it doesn't have to be all material. It could be an inner expression, an emotion, and feeling. As long as that you're going to witness a lot of opportunities to be there for others on an emotional level and how they feel. And the way you're going to be able to do it, you do it best through material things or things of that nature, but you're also going to be there as far as just a crutch or someone to a shoulder to cry on, or this, that, and the third. This is the opportunities you're going to witness, or even business and things of that nature. You're going to witness opportunities to be there for here for others, and to be a support system, or for others to be a support system for you. But when you're trying to practically get something done, the only support system you're going to receive from others is from an emotional standpoint, or from a way people feel and expression. It's not going to be so much of the money. You know what I'm saying? You're kind of the opportunity for that right now. So kind of like to see things for what they are, and make sure no one is trying to take advantage over you from an emotional standpoint. Like, you ever had them type of people that's always in your ear, like crying about something because they know that you can get what they're crying for? You see what I'm saying? So instead of just asking you directly, they do a lot of that around you. Be aware of that, and don't get taken advantage of people like that. But for the most part, you're going to be the crutch. Now, as far as the moon is in 27 degrees Cancer. So the moon going to be sliding up out of Cancer probably about 8 or 9 tonight. So there's real cuspy energy going on right now. So you're going to witness a lot of opportunities also for you to act on other people's emotional stance on things. So when you see somebody manifesting some bullshit, or when you see somebody going through a bad time, whether they're expressing it or not, you can kind of feel it based upon their emotional vibe. You're going to be there for them, but you're going to witness opportunities for you to be there for them, whether it's people you like or don't like. The universe is going to set up opportunities for you to cross paths with opportunities. Now, as far as the moon sliding in Leo, it's sliding into a square. So with this cusp energy, you're still going to feel this a little bit throughout today. And tomorrow. But once it gets fully in Leo, it's going to be a complete square. So the opportunity is going to be cut loose. And then it's just going to be straight up learning processes. So right now, you may be led into, opportunities may lead you into learning processes right now. Period. For today. You know what I'm saying? So what's happening here is, you're going to want all kind of opportunities, but when the sun slides into Leo, it becomes a square. You're going to have to learn how to express yourself more, and learn how to express the way you feel a little bit more. You're going to have to learn how to adjust yourself to being center stage, or supporting someone who are center stage. And it doesn't have to be like a regular stage. It could be anything, whether it's a conversation or things that you guys are doing with each other or whatever like that. But as far as the moon sliding in Leo, that's the comfortability level. And you're going to be highly uncomfortable until you learn, because your basic awareness already is going to be shaky unless you have a Leo placement somewhere else in your chart as a Taurus sun sign. But for the most part, you're going to feel uncomfortable when the moon goes into Leo, because the moon is the comfortability level. So, okay, so by it being squaring your sun, the way you act, your actions, how you see things, every time you act on something, you're going to start to feel uncomfortable about your actions. So until you start, with the moon going into Leo, and a little bit now, start to express yourself a little more. Same like I said, Aries need to tame themselves down. You need to bring yourself up. Express yourself a little bit more. Express your visions a little bit more. Express your spirituality a little bit more through your actions. And that's going to make you feel comfortable in a lot of circumstances that you are in. Because it may seem like it's unreserved or unconservative by letting somebody know how your expression or how you feel about it. But once you let it out, you're going to feel so much better. You know what I'm saying? And that's the energy that's going to be going on when the moon goes into Leo. But as far as right now, you're going to be witnessing a lot of opportunities to be in those type of situations to show concernment in the first place. Now, Mercury is in Cancer also. So as long as you think and communicate and analyze about your emotional stance on things, about others' emotional stance on things, because this is another opportunity. You're going to witness a lot of opportunities to communicate about your emotional stance on things or how you feel about things. So if you're too reserved or too conservative, you're never going to actually get it out. Then when the moon actually fully goes into Leo, you're going to wish you had, because now you're going to be placed in a bunch of situations where you have to forcefully do it, and it might burn bridges or something. When if you just do it now while the moon's still in late Cancer, presenting you opportunities to have some type of discernment when you have these conversations, when you fully do express how you really feel about something when the moon goes into Leo, it's going to come across better because people already know that you have a sense of, they already have a sense of you felt that way based upon you taking on the opportunity to express that when the moon right now is in Cancer. And by the Mercury being in Cancer, this is the way you should be thinking, communicating, and analyzing. You know what I'm saying? Adding more concernment and discernment and initiating your emotional stance on things, other than being too reserved and just sitting back peeping everybody else's emotional stance on things. They come into a practical reality and what makes sense and common sense out of it. Right now is the time for you to throw your sense out there. You see what I'm saying? And you're going to witness opportunities to do that. Now, Venus is in Taurus, so based upon your actions, the way you love, appreciate, value, and how you relate to others is already on par. You know what I'm saying? Already on par. Mars is in Cancer. So you're going to witness a lot of opportunities for aggressive type situations, or situations that involve intention or intent or alternative motive or motivation. So make sure the energies, the opportunities that you're going to receive, make sure there's ones that's kind of more towards your goals or more towards the energy that you want to be in, other than just an opposing or debate energy or just being around negativity in the first place. You see what I'm saying? Because it could be all bad. It could be opportunities for bad circumstances. But we need opportunities for good situations. And for right there, we need to know that your actions and the way you act is predicated on your goals, on your motivations, on your alternative motives, not someone else's. Because when it's focused on someone else's, that's what you manifest. Then someone gonna be focused on yours, and it's gonna create an opposing type situation or aggressive type opportunity. Now, Jupiter is in Libra. Wait, let's go back to Mars though. But for the sextile, you know what I'm saying? You're going to witness opportunities for you to act on your goals, act on your intent, act on your passion, act on your willpower, act on what you're motivated to do. So that's what you're going to experience opportunities on. Now, as far as Jupiter is in Libra. So this is a in conjunction right here. You know what I'm saying? So for the most part, it's more like the way you act in your actions is based upon others. It's like you're not catching this direct energy. You're still not catching this direct energy. So you kind of can learn what you want to learn. You experience what you want to experience. And when you start to go through these experiences, that's when you're going to start to come to the practical conclusion on what you should what you should be experiencing, and what you shouldn't be experiencing. But ultimately, nothing is directly forcing you into an experience. You see what I'm saying? Because it's a misunderstanding. That's an in conjunction. So right now, you could just kind of wave your way through and kind of use your own common sense to know what or what not to do. Now, Saturn is in Sagittarius, so it's going to play out the same way. The way you gain structure in your life is not bothering nobody, or it's not super exceeding your way either. It's kind of in a situation where it's like limbo. You kind of like here and there. It's like you don't really have an issue when it comes to this type of situation right now, unless other things is going on in your life that's involving you. But for the most part, You know what I'm saying? You could kind of look at other people stumble and fall. Look at other people try things and fall. And you could kind of sit back and do what you've been doing and not get no direct effect. And just kind of add on what other people are doing to kind of boost what you're already doing a little better. And that's today's reading with today's Taurus sun sign. So express yourself a little bit more because the moon going in Leo. And if you don't, you're going to witness these squares. You're going to witness what you need to learn. You see what I'm saying? Flight boss, bitch.